Hello, everybody. How are you? It is Monday, July 7th, 2025, and I am going live tonight, like I do every Monday night, usually, but I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. So, as you hop on, say hello so that I know that you're here. Because many times I think I'm just the only person here and I'm talking to myself. So it's always very nice to have some friends here with me, so that I know that I'm, not alone. So, hi, Pam. How are you? You can be watching me live on YouTube right now, or you could be watching me live here on Facebook. So, thank you for joining me. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So I do try to go live every Monday night. And in the past, we've done something called a Magical Monday or similar to a Mystery Monday. And we've decided to shake that up a little bit. I was finding that was getting pretty stagnant and not much was happening with that. So I thought we would change it up a little bit. And this way it kind of gives me some time to use some of my new product. Hi, Linda. Because a lot of times I buy product, Laren, hello. I buy product and then I never really get a chance to use it. So my Mystery Mondays have always been more around using scraps and different folds and that kind of thing. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm looking for some feedback as to how you think this is going to go and if you like it. So my intent is to feature a new bundle stamp set product every Monday night. And how this will go is I will actually send you the card pieces for you to recreate the projects that I'm going to create tonight for free when you place a minimum $35 order with me. Okay, so if you put in a $35 order with me before Saturday, no, I'm not going to say Saturday. That's not actually even fair. I'm going to say before next Sunday. Okay, so it's always going to be the Sunday following. So you have a full week to put your order in. If you put your $35 order in with me, not only are you going to get your host or your loyalty rewards, you're also going to get a gift from me, and you're going to get the card pieces to make the cards. Okay, so tonight I am only going to show you the ones with the stamp, but I'm going to show you some samples with some dies as well, and I'm going to send you all of those. Okay, so that's as easy as it gets. So you can just sit back, tea, coffee in your hand. If you're having something else, we're not judging. And I just want you to enjoy tonight. I want to hear some feedback and some input. That would be awesome. Couple things I do want to let you know before I start though is we just found out that the manufacturer for our paper snips, so if anybody has our paper snips, I don't even have mine close to me. Our paper snips are incredible, absolutely incredible. The manufacturer has stopped making those. So if that was ever on your list, I may have one or two here at the studio, but I think whatever was in supply, and that's all we're going to have. So that's unfortunate. So you could try ordering them if you would like. And the other thing is there's a new sale coming up. I don't know if you, this one, I think it went out to everybody. July 9th to the 11th. There will be a 20% discount on all two-tone cardstock, from what I understand. Okay? I just looked at the email super quick before I went live, so I'm hoping I have that right. Hello, Maddie. Hello, Sandy. So that's really exciting. Okay? All right, so what are we doing tonight? We're going to focus on, let me change my screen here. Here we go. Okay, this is what we're focusing on tonight. We are focusing on Tractor & Co. Now, if you have been following me, you know this was going to be one of the very first stamp sets that I bought in this mini, right? Because I love anything Tractor. I love anything farm. I shouldn't say anything. I should probably clarify anything that is nice looking. I don't particularly like cartoonish type stuff. But I do like this one because there's lots of versatility to this one. So I thought it would be kind of fun to play with this one. So you can purchase this one as just the stamp set, and the stamp set alone is $33. Okay, so you get all of these images for $33, which is awesome. Okay, it's a very, very versatile set. I'm going to show you. I actually just saw a card before I went live. Hi, Chris. And I want to do it because it was so cute. I was like, that's a really simple card, but how stinking cute is that? So I do want to do that one. And so you can get the stamp set. You can get the dies. So your dies don't come on a sheet like this. This is my own dies. But you can do the dies alone if you wanted. So if you said, I don't really need the stamp set, I just really need the dies, and you might want to do that, you can get the dies for $48, and you get a lot of dies in here. Like, there's a lot of dies in here for $48. And obviously these dies coordinate with all the things, right? And these nails are like not having it today. So like this would match my Tratter. Yes, I call it a Tratter. It's kind of a joke in our house. The trees match the trees, right? Now these images aren't actual size, right? But they do match. So yeah, so you can do the stamp set, you can do the dies. Okay, so you don't have to buy it all, but you're going to want it all. So just so you know, and they do give you a 10% discount if you purchase both. So the price for the bundle is $72.75. Okay, so keep that in mind as I'm creating tonight and making these projects, because I really do think you're going to love this. And yeah, so I'm going to start with the card that I just saw before I went live, because it was so stinking cute. And you have to have both, Sandra, don't you? They're just too cute not to, honestly. So the card that I just saw before I went live was so adorable. And I'm actually going to use a retired color. I know. I don't normally do this, but you know what I have discovered? I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to pause for a second here. I have always on my videos showcased new product. And you know what? Shame on me. That's what I'm going to say. Shame on me, because we all have product in our craft rooms that is retired and we can still use it. It still works, right? So I am going to use, this is Wild Wheat, and this color is just newly retired. And I have to tell you, it's absolutely perfect for this card, because I just grabbed this from my scrap pile, so I want to make sure it's the right size. So it's perfect. Okay, now where's my bone folder? I'm a little distracted tonight, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. So my Wild Wheat, let's bring in just a piece of, no, you know what I'm gonna do? You guys are gonna kind of get me like the raw version of me tonight, because I don't ever do anything like off the cuff. If you ever have watched me, you know, it actually makes me twitch quite a bit to do things just without a lot of planning. Okay, that is the right size. So this is really making me uncomfortable, but I'm amongst friends, and I know we don't judge here, right? Okay, so I have my Wild Wheat, and I got my basic black, and then I'm going to take my white. So this is just our basic white. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do here. I need a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to put my bale of hay. Now, I have taken my Wild Wheat out of my this thing. What is this thing? My ink holder. That's what it is. Okay. And I'm gonna use Darling Duckling instead. And I know this is not the right color for hay. You don't have to tell this farmer that, but I'm just gonna tell you. I know. Don't anybody get upset. Okay, so I'm going to go one. Actually, you know what? That was really silly of me. Okay, I'm gonna stamp off. Okay. Hang on. I'm having a little bit of a twitch moment right now because my stamp is not stamping. It's definitely the operator. Okay, so I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to go 1. Okay, because I don't want this to be too bright. Now, the Darling Duckling, I'm going to warn you, is pretty, it is pretty bright. And if I had my Wild Wheat close to me, I most 100% would use my Wild Wheat ink for this. So those of you that are going to buy the stamp set and do this card at home, use your Wild Wheat. Okay? Because that is really the right color you should be using for this. Okay, so I have 3 partial bales of hay. Now I'm going to take my die. I'm going to die cut 3 of these out. Okay? So don't run away on me. I'm going to go behind me and I'm going to die cut these 3 out. So don't leave, because I know you think I'm gone, but I am not. Okay? This card is so stinking cute. And actually, if you want to get technical, the real farmer in me is going to tell you something. Hay technically is not even yellow. Straw is. Hay is technically green. But we won't judge. Okay. So where's all my farmers wondering why hay is yellow when it should be green? Okay, here we go. Right? Has anybody always ever seen green or yellow hay? I bet you have not. Okay, I'm going to take this little chicken. I have not used little chicken yet. So did you know that when you have a new stamp, you should actually run it over your Stamp and Scrub? Because your Stamp and Scrub actually gets rid of any of the oils that are on your card. Did you guys know this? Not on your card, on your stamp. See, words are hard for me today. Sentences are hard for me today. Okay, here's my little chicken. I know chickens aren't red, but nothing about this card is going to be typical. Okay. Now, I need my chicken die. You're probably thinking, what in the world is this lady doing, right? Okay, bear with me. I'm just going to cut out my chicken, and then we'll be on our way. Okay. So it's much cooler here in Ontario right now. I was here at the house last night, at the studio last night, getting ready for Christmas in July. And my dear friend Tamara wanted to have a chat. So I thought we could chat. And I didn't make it from the door to my car, and it was a torrential downpour. And I got completely soaked. So by the time I got on my video chat with Tamara, I looked like a drowned rat. It was good. It was good. Okay. I'm trying to be a good girl and put all my stamps back. Okay? All right, so now, if I take my white cardstock, are you guys still with me? Okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab my, I need my tape. Guess what I ordered? I ordered to take your pick tool. Wow, words are super duper hard these days. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 1, So I'm using dimensionals on these is what I'm doing. Because fingers don't always do what fingers are supposed to do. And I'm finding with these nails, not so much. Okay. So if I take my take your pick tool and I pick that off and I go, we'll go about here. Okay. And let's go about here. Let's go about here. Okay, look how cute this card is. I saw some pretty adorable cards actually with this stamp set before I went live. I saw the tractor done in pink, right? So has anybody noticed this stamp set online? So this is what we call one of the online exclusives, which means it's only available online. Now, this is the other reason why I would have done these in green. Because the yellow is so yellow, it's hard to tell that that's actually hay. And I know that's the farmer in me being very, very picky, but... Okay. So, I'm curious. Did you see this stamp set? And what did you think of it? Was it a, oh my gosh, that's so cute? Or was that a, ew, who would ever want that? I'm just curious what your thoughts are on this one. Because being a farmer, I'm a little bit biased, right? Of course I was like, oh my gosh, that's so adorable. And I'll show you the other one. So I'm going to actually, you will probably get enough for 5 cards. This will be a bonus card I'll send you just because I wasn't planning on doing this one. Hey. Stacy says I want it. I saw it and I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so look how simple this is. Just hay. Now, honestly, I would have done those in green. As I was stamping, I was like, that was silly. I should have done those in green. Okay, so that's card number 1. Now, let's make some more. I'm going to show you the 2 that I die cut. Now, the one thing I'm going to probably strongly suggest, I think I need it. I think you need it too. I always talk about, with my team, I always talk about a want and a need. And this is definitely a need. This one's a need. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's a need. It's adorable. And it's unlike anything else we have. It's not flowers. Guess what? Not flowers. So this one I did a sample of. These next ones I did a sample of. And a little bit out of my comfort zone color-wise. But I wanted to see if we could create... What green would you have used? I probably would have used either an old olive stamped off or even a garden green. Would have been nice, I think. Just as long as it's not too rich. I think the problem is with this stamp set, and I'm going to show it to you here because you can see it better. See how there's like the little specks that's supposed to be like the pieces of grass in it? If your stamp pad is too juicy, you lose that. And so it loses that that 3D effect kind of thing, right? So you don't want your stamp set to be, I mean, you want it to be juicy, but you don't want it to be so juicy that it loses all of its effect. Okay, so I wanted to create some masculine cards with this one, right? Because this one is a great masculine card. It could be, I saw this card done in pink. It was so cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make that. And I've seen it, and I think it would be great for like kids cards as well. Okay. And Christmas card. Like how stinking cute is this for a Christmas card? Okay. Okay. I digress. Take it on a tangent. Ah! Okay. So I am using Secret Sea paper. Wild wheat might have been good. Yes, wild wheat, Stacy, absolutely would have been great. I don't have it here. It's in my other room, and I never even thought to grab it. But wild wheat would be fantastic for this because you could do wheat bales, right? Like, yeah. Anyway, depends on what kind of hay you're growing too, I guess. Ours is usually pretty green and then starts to get a little yellowish. Secret Sea, my favorite color. Absolutely my favorite color. It is a mix between a black, a navy, a gray. I don't even know what to call it, but beautiful is what I'm going to call it. Okay. It's an amazing masculine color. It's an amazing standard color for your cardstock. So Secret Sea is one of the in colors. So if you're my in color club, it's coming. It's coming as one of our colors. So be patient. And then this one, I went ahead and I embossed this. This is the Birch embossing folder. I'm pretty sure it's still current. But you could essentially use any embossing folder to do this part. But this one I actually did in, what color is this one? This one is, what color is this one? Pool Party, believe it or not. So these two colors look very, very nice together. Okay. Pool Party and Secret Sea, great color combination. So, and I just went ahead and I pre-embossed it just to make sure that I had things ready because I wasn't sure exactly how many of these cards I was going to do live. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you the stamped ones. If you purchase the stamp set, you can absolutely do these cards. If you purchase $35 or more, and this isn't one of the items you put in your kit, right, or in your bag, that's fine. I'm still going to send you the card pieces and you can do what you want with them. Okay? Now, how many farmers or agricultural people do we have online tonight? Does anybody know anything about tractor brands? This is always an interesting question for me to see answers to. Does anybody know tractor brands? We all know John Deere is green and yellow. Yes, 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 yes. But I don't do John Deere. I'm actually anti John Deere, to be quite honest. My husband just laughs at me, but I'm anti John Deere because I feel like it's just popular because of its colors and its brand, right? It's kind of like Lululemon or Coach or whatever. I know some. Okay. Not interested in this set at all. Oh, Joanne, that's too bad. I know some. Yes. Okay. So when I did my sample card last night, I did it in orange with the mindset of Kubota. Okay. But I was actually thinking about doing this one in blue for New Holland. Okay. Does anybody else have any suggestions as to what you would like to see this tractor brand be? So we would have Case International or Case International, I guess, would be red. New Holland would be blue. Kubota would be orange. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden my brain went blank. Yellow would be Challenger. Case is red. Yes, Chalmers too. That's the one I was thinking of, Sandra. Chalmers as well is red. Oh my gosh, silver is white. Like Silver Paint is the white brand. My brain has gone completely blank all of a sudden. So, does anybody have any preference as to the color? Because we're going to stamp our tractor on there. Once I stop losing my voice. So I'm going to get my tratter ready. Will you guys decide on a color? Keeping in mind, I mean, all of our paper coordinates, so it really probably doesn't matter. But if it does matter to you, just keeping in mind the fact that I'm using Secret Sea and Lost Lagoon. I'm looking for blocks and they're right in front of me. My goodness. My goodness. make sure that's okay. Chalmers, no, I think Chalmers is red. Is it red or is it orange? Maybe it is orange. Maybe the old ones are orange. I know Kubota's orange. I know that because we're looking at a Kubota. I'm losing my voice. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oop. Old ones, yes. Yeah, the old ones are orange. You're right. These new ones are red. Or like a reddish orange. I'm trying to make sure this gets on there. Okay, does anybody have any preference? Nobody cares? For something different, let's do this one in blue. Now, New Holland is kind of, it's not blueberry bushel blue. It's more of a, no, it is that blue. I'm going to do a blueberry bushel. Okay. My nephew's into tractors. Yeah. It's kind of an ongoing joke in our house, actually. Actually, we're in the market to purchase a new tractor. That's kind of why. It's kind of why this is very timely. Okay, so here's my Tratter. I want to make sure that's inked up well. And I'm just using my circles, stitch circles. And I'm going to put this about here. I'm going to push down. Okay. Now, my blue is very, very juicy, so you can't really see the fine lines there. I'm okay with that. But if you are not, you probably want to stamp off to make sure. What am I doing here? I'm going to close this up for a minute because I do not want to get my fingers into blueberry bushel ink. I'm now going to bring in my black. So I'm doing the tire. Now, when I was doing this last night, I was like, is this actually supposed to line up? And then I realized it's not, because if it does, then I'm going to have spokes in my, or treads in my tractor. Okay, so there's my tire. And I think I'm done with this tire for right now. I'm probably going to need it for the next card, but anyway, that's fine. Just want to make sure it's inked up very, very well. It's very hard to stamp on camera without getting your head in the camera, but still being able to see what you're stamping. Okay. Now I need my seat. Okay, because my tractor needs a seat. So this seat fits right in here. Okay. Sorry, I'm dropping everything. Now, I want to show you something that is in the dies that is not in the stamp set. Is it, before I make a liar of myself? No, it is not. I'm going to show you something here. This here will actually go on top of my tractor to make it a cab. Right? So it's actually pretty cool when you go to die cut that. I'm not going to die cut that one tonight. Okay, so here is my, this one's going to be a super simple card though, right? Because I don't want these to be too crazy. Here's my dimensionals. I'm so happy I bought a new Take Your Pick tool. Oops. Well, that's not going to help me, is it? I was really missing my Take Your Pick tool. So this actually worked out very well. So we found out today that some of our orders from Stampin' Up! Are stuck. UPS, I don't know what's going on, but there's a whole pallet or two of product that is not moving. Nobody seems to know why. But they are working with UPS to get it figured out. And I'm just really, really hoping that all my Christmas in July product and my Sunflower Claus product and my Elite Crew product arrives shortly, because yeah, this is not going to be pretty otherwise, friends. Hey, it's your birthday. Now, hang on, wait for it. I really wish I had my paper snips. I'm gonna cut this one, cut this one, cut this one. So I'm just literally hand bombing cutting these. I'm just looking for, oh, never mind. I'm looking for them right here. You know, these ones that are right here in front of my face, those dimensionals, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So, okay, so what I started saying, and I don't think I finished my sentence, was if you're purchasing this bundle, I would give you one piece of advice of something you would want to add into your order, is adhesive sheets. So if you don't have adhesive sheets, you're going to want them. So if you're doing anything with the Totes and Notes stamp set, or this one, you're definitely going to want to have adhesive sheets. And the reason I say that is because it's just going to make your life a lot easier. My phone's going crazy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, not this side. I'm going to ground my tractor, because I really don't like it when my tractor is just willy-nilly flopping around. Okay. This is not the best blend to be using for that, but anyway. And I could actually just fill this all in if I wanted. Okay. So, card number 1. See how simple that is? It's simple. Simple, simple, and that's okay. Simple is okay. Not everything has to be lavish, right? I say that all the time. You do not need to make cards that take 10 hours to make all the time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Okay, so that's card number 1. I'm going to show you the one I did last night too. Here, move these out of the way. I don't know if something's wrong with my computer. Okay, so here's tonight's, here's last night's. Okay, I would fix this actually. I don't like this. I probably would, this marker needs to go right in the garbage is where it needs to go, to be quite honest, if I have to be real with you right now. Look at the tip of it. There. Okay, so at least it's a little bit more grounded. Okay. So there is my Kubota. Here is my New Holland. Okay. All right. Now, that's card number 2 because we did the hay. Okay. Now let me show you this one I wanted to do, and I really kind of don't know what I want to do, but I do know what I want to do. Does that make any sense? This one I have not pre-done anything for. well, I mean, I've cut, but I really don't have, I don't really have a design in mind per se. Okay. So this one I'm using Lost Lagoon, which I know is a really weird color for a tractor card. And I'm using the plastered embossing folder on basic black. Okay. And then I'm going to fix this. And then I'm going to put my circle here with my tratter on it. And I got to put my paper in here. Which I'm almost wondering if I should put a piece of black in there. Ooh, maybe I will. And then I can put the white on this piece, just this piece here. Ooh, that might look kind of cool. Okay. Okay, I need to do that first though. So, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Myself, like there's more than one of me here apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna go 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just run my embossing folder. So this embossing folder, I'm gonna run just this strip here. Okay, and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. You know what? Probably doesn't matter. Okay, let me emboss this. Okay, are you guys still with me? Did I lose you? Is my computer frozen? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this down to 1 1/4. Okay. And then when I get to the white piece, I'll worry about that later. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to tuck this back behind. Okay, so like that. So that's going to close like that. And then this is going to go like this. And like this. And then like this. Yes? Okay, so I need you to start thinking. Sandra says she's watching. Thank you, honey. I need you to start thinking, what colors do I want to use for my tractor? And we can do whatever color you want. We can do red. We can do, I would say green, but I'm really going to struggle doing a green tractor. I'm not going to lie. My daughter's boyfriend is a big John Deere person. Like, everything's John Deere. And I'm like, no. Nope. So we kind of have an ongoing joke in our house. So now that we're trying to find a new tractor, he's like, well, if you got a John Deere. I'm like, yeah. Our very first baler was a John Deere. If we still have it, it's still in the shed because, you know, you never know when you might need a very old baler. Okay. Red for Case. Red, red. Love you guys. Okay. Okay. I love Case, actually. Case is one of my favorite tractors. I don't know why. To me, it's very iconic. I love Case. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to show you the other two too. I think you're going to really like the other two, but there are a lot of die cutting, so I didn't want to bore you by doing them online. So, but they will be included in your package if you place an order. The card pieces. Now, if you say to me, Cindy, you know what? I don't even want the card pieces. Just, can you just give me the cards? I could maybe be convinced to actually make the cards for you. Like twist my arm. Play with the tractor set some more. Well, that seems like a hard thing to convince me of. I just want to make sure I've got a lot of red ink on there without losing the detail. Okay, so here's my tratter. I'm pushing down just to make sure. International Harvester. I'm not sure, actually. They might be. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think they might be, Sandy. I think so. We don't use harvesters anymore. Sean's uncle has quite a few. Well, I won't say quite a few, but a few. We used to actually blow hay into the barn here at the studio. Very, very dusty job. To actually hold the barn down. And so we haven't done that in a few years. I actually dread doing it because my asthma is like, no, thank you. That is way too much dust for somebody like me. So I try not to help. Okay, and then I need my seat. I think I put this actually on my block Cricut, but anyway. Come on. How stinking cute is this? Stop. Like, stop. Like, come on. Right? So I'm going to flag this, though, because this is way too long. So now, remember, you don't have to have the stamp set and the dies. But I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to want them both because they really do go hand in hand. And so what I'm going to do with this one, once I find my dimensionals again, is I'm going to go 1, 2, I probably could go 3, but I won't just because I don't want to push my luck. I'm not used to my take your pick tool actually locking. Okay, birthday card or thinking of you card. Oh my goodness, Chris, that's hilarious. My dad's cousin had the white dealership in Inwood. Okay. We dealt with Inwood a lot in my earlier days. My godfather had the Case dealership in Alvingston. And my family friend had John Deere, so we had a little bit of everything. Yes, that's kind of, we have White, we have Case, we have Massey Ferguson. Oh my gosh, that's the tractor that is dead now. We bought that tractor 25 years ago, and it was used when we got it. And it has hung with us for 25 years. It's insane. But it actually has done us very, very well. But it has now gone to Tractor Heaven. It needs to go to Tractor Heaven. Because it has worked many, 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 many hours. I can't believe I forgot Massey Ferguson because that's the tractor. Birthday? Okay, we can do birthday. Okay, let's do birthday. Yeah, I love Massey's too, actually. Okay, here we go. And of course, I asked my husband the other day, he was talking to somebody about a tractor, and I said, oh, well, what brand is it? And he wouldn't answer me. And I said, okay, so what color is it? And he said, purple. I said, oh, fantastic. Can we call it Barney? don't think he was far impressed by that, but he was like, no. My poor husband has put up with a lot for me. I'm like, well, if I can't drive the tractor, I can't help you. We have a cockshut too. We actually have maybe 3 of the old style case tractors, you know, the ones with the single wheel on the front and the big wheels on the back. I actually wanted to put one in my front lawn, and my father-in-law said absolutely not. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's rude. So yeah, because we have to keep those around because we might want to like tune them up and run them. I have no idea. Those things, like, so busy. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Darn. Sorry. I wanted to put the hay back here. That's what I wanted to do, and I forgot. That's okay. That's okay. Cute. Hi, Kathy. Okay, now let me show you the 2 that I did with the dies. Okay, so let's just recap here for just a quick second, just to back up the bus. Okay, so this was the one that I just saw before we went online. Again, I would do it in greens. Okay, I would probably even sponge this in blues, or do like a circle and sponge it in blue and then put the hay. But anyway, that's whatever. And then this is the one I did last night, my Kubota. And here's my New Holland. Okay. And then here's my Massey / Case tractor. Okay. And it goes boop, boop. And I would put my white in there, obviously. Okay. And I could put the hay. It's your birthday. Okay. Now let me show you the other 2 that I made last night. Okay. Here is this one. Okay. And here's this one. So I did not put a cab on either one of these, but I wanted you to see this one. I actually, after I did it, I should have done the season's greetings on this one, to be quite honest. But this one I sponged with my blue. So I sponged it in balmy blue, and then I did my trees. Now, when you die cut these trees, I want you to know that it actually gives you these like indents, these cuts in the trees. I don't know if you can see that on there. And then it gives you like the stitching on the fenders. And then this little guy, so this is where you want your adhesive sheets, okay? Because this will make your life a lot easier. So there's my little seat. For these little pieces, you're going to want the adhesive sheets. And so if you're not sure how to use the adhesive sheets, I'm going to show you. But this one here, I just used pecan pie, and I ripped it. So I don't know if you can tell. There's my bale of hay, and then I've got my corn. Now I'm going to tell you something. This is one thing I was very disappointed in this set for. Each of these cobs is individually cut out. Now it's one die. It's one die, right? Like this. But when you cut them out, it's one individual cob of corn. Yeah, I'm not too impressed. But this one here, I thought was adorable for like harvest, right? So I thought, thinking of you, that would be a really nice one coming into fall. And again, sponge the back. No, actually, I did not sponge the background on this one. This one I used actually the butterfly paper. That's what I used from this. This is just the butterfly paper to create the sky. And then this one I had sponged. So it shows you the 2 different ones, but 2 totally different looks, right? Exact same dies, right? So it shows you the versatility of the set. So if we take a look at the set again, so we've got our hay that we can use like in the background too. Your pumpkin, so you can use that for fall. Your corn you can use for fall. Your Christmas trees. I saw this actually on the pink tractor, so they did this one in pink, and then they actually hung this from the front of the tractor and they turned it into like a little girl's birthday card. It was so cute. And then this is your trailer, and then your trees, which actually your trees could be used for anything, right? It doesn't have to be Christmas. And then if you sponge your green, it kind of gives that depth too, right? And then it's thanks for pulling me through, which I thought was cute with the wagon. And season's greetings, thinking of you, it's your birthday, and hey. And of course our little chicken, which I could have put the chicken driving the tractor. That would have been cute. So that is your cards for tonight. So I'm curious to know, do you like them stamped or do you like them die cut? Comment away while I'm starting to put my stamps back. I'm curious. I will promise you, you'll want adhesive sheets. So if you're ordering this set, you'll want to make sure that that the adhesive sheets is one of the items on your... Oh, I was going to show you how to use the adhesive sheets. Hang on. Wait. Let me show you. Hang on. Let me just clean this off here for a second. Okay. Adhesive sheets. So I had them here. Okay. So adhesive sheets are double-sided. Both stamped. Yeah, it's funny. Some people like the stamp, some people don't, right? It just depends on your look. So adhesive sheets are double-sided sticky sheets, essentially is what they are. So you would peel off the one end and you would apply it to your cardstock. Then when you go to die cut, you put your dies on, and then when you pop it out, this essentially is a sticker, right? So the other part of the sticky, you just peel it off and then you put it down, right? So super easy, and I'm going to tell you, if you're ordering the Notes and Totes bundle, that will be the same. You'll want the adhesive sheets, and this one you'll want adhesive sheets. And the adhesive sheets actually come, if I can get into my drawer, the adhesive sheets actually come like this. So you get 12 sheets, and it does not tell me, oh yeah, 6 by 12. So you get 12 sheets of 6 by 12, right? So it's definitely, you'll get lots of use out of it before you have to reorder. So it's one of those tools you want in your toolkit for certain projects, right? It's one of those things sometimes we forget about because it's just like we just kind of go about our business, and then you start gluing, you're like, oh my goodness, I wish I had adhesive sheets. Oh shoot, I do have adhesive sheets, right? So yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I hope you liked those. These ones were much more time consuming, obviously, because of the die cutting. But I will send you the bits for those if you would like. And you can get that from placing a $35 order before shipping and tax. And then you can do whatever you want with the pieces if you don't want to recreate these cards, or if you don't have the stamp set or what have you. Totally up to you. Okay? All right. Now, next week, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be a Christmas card. Christmas projects. I shouldn't say a card. It's going to be Christmas projects, likely multiple cards. Because I am actually participating in an event in one of the groups that I'm in. And what we're going to do is we're going to have other people joining us here watching along, and I have committed to doing Christmas cards for that one. So you're going to have to make sure you watch and invite your friends, and be sure to comment. Because obviously when you comment, it actually pushes the algorithms up in Facebook, and it pushes the video to more people, so then more people see our cards and all the fun that we have. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I will be back next Monday, 7:30 Eastern Time, with holiday cards for you to watch and enjoy. And yeah, I hope you will join me. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll chat soon. Bye.